Today we're diving into 5 things we really wish our clients knew when working with a real estate agent. So if you've ever wondered what's going on inside our heads, this one is for you. Krystle, I know when I've had interactions with clients, oftentimes I feel like we're kind of sometimes expected to be mind readers. And so a lot of it comes back to the way that we communicate with our clients and set those expectations. How do you end up doing that when you have your very first interactions?
Oh, that's a great question. Like sitting down with someone for the first time is hard, right? You don't know what they need, kind of what their personality looks like, and they don't know me either. So being open and listening, I think, are 2 key things. And on the flip side, letting them know where we come from as a team, the services that we do, what's important in order to find success with the housing market, and then listening to what their needs are is kind of where you have to go from. And pulling that out of them sometimes is the hard part. But if you keep trying, you can do it.
I'm not sure if every person that we come across really understands what a real estate agent is offering for their clients.
I think that's true. And some may have perceptions based on past experience or no experience at all. And so you have to kind of navigate, what's most important to them and be able to fit that role, put on that different hat because it's different for each client.
I know that myself as an agent and a person, I really can appreciate good, solid feedback, points on things that I can improve upon, areas that we're doing well, so I can make sure that that is acknowledged and we can move forward with clear communication.
That's super important. And not waiting till the end when it's time to send a review. That really doesn't help you throughout the process, and it doesn't help your clients. So them having that bravery in some cases to let us know what we're missing for them is a really good thing.
Krystle, the next thing that came to mind was how we are constantly working behind the scenes to create this idea of the most smooth experience with real estate buying and selling, and that it's just a seamless process. And sometimes that's not really the case.
95%. No, it isn't the case for our client facing activities, right? A lot of people maybe have the impression that real estate's easy and you can just make a quick dollar, but behind the scenes, there is a lot of work that goes into it, and there's many hours and late nights that we stay up to be able to serve our clients and find the right answers. I don't know all the answers, even if I've been in the business 10 plus, almost 20 years, really. There's still things that I'm learning every day. So that takes time and it takes effort, and, maybe clients don't see that all the time. So a little bit of appreciation on their end, but more so just patience of that learning curve is really important.
Yeah, and I think how wonderful it is that you are able to give the impression that it is easy and that it is smooth, and that you're really not passing those stressors along to your client, and really protecting them and facilitating a good client-customer experience and working with you.
That's a really great point. I like that.
I know that from behind the scenes, there are so many deadlines that you're juggling, paperwork, communications, people, individuals, and personalities. And how are you able to manage all of those things?
I wish I had the key, right? That it was written out and I could just repeat it every time. But I think that isn't the case because each individual is different and situation is different. So we just have to take it one step at a time and know what's most important for the liability and the risk for our client, and then kind of come from that angle of what's most important to get done first, and then everything else will fall into place.
I think the biggest takeaway for me trying to convey even to my family that we're not just showing houses, we're actually managing a legal process.
It is in-depth. In our little scope of what we do, we are legal advisors. And of course, we always want you to get regular legal advice that goes with it. But, managing those timelines, adjusting contracts, and then, just scheduling every little piece that goes into it is difficult sometimes. And so we can't always jump the second that we want to or get things done as fast as we want to, but we have to kind of step back and follow that process. And, it's important for clients to realize that. Of course, you want to be in communication with them, and it's important for them that you are. But sometimes there's a little bit of a breath that needs to be taken before you can move to the next step. So.
A good agent protects your liability and your investment. And ultimately, having an agent, it's risk management.
It's more than just opening doors, right?
Yeah.
And if that's the agent that you want, then that's probably what you're, going to pay for. So kind of bringing that back to who pays for what and what do we provide as a representative to either a buyer or seller, and then sometimes both. It's important to know that the buyer is really paying for our services. And obviously we negotiate that as best as we can with the seller to cover that with the contract. But if you want an agent that has your back and has that risk management in mind, then there's a cost to that.
And let's speak a little bit on, a seller. I mean, there's so much investment in time in terms of like the agent's time and resources, and that's not even necessarily a guaranteed sale. It's just everything that we're putting forth on the front end it's really incredible what our team I know has to offer in terms of like the marketing and all the processes that we put forth. And so when you get down to it, really having those conversations and having an understanding of what different agents offer is really important, because that is going to be what you end up paying for.
So why pay the same amount for an agent who's going to do half the effort and half the work, right? So really having that explained to you is important, in asking those questions. So buyers and sellers, ask those questions. That's what we want you to know, is that we're an advocate and we're here to help them. But we don't always know the things to tell them that is in their mind and kind of what they need to navigate the process.
So client and agent, we're here working as a team together. We need to understand that there's got to be a sense of mutual trust and really lean into that partnership together.
I almost like to think of it as being in a lifeboat. You're the two that are in it, or the however many in the decision-making process that are in it, and you're in the middle. And if you don't paddle together, then you're just going to spin circles and not have success in the end. So it's kind of a fun way to think about it, I think, and really dials into the importance of the fiduciary duties that we have as our client's advocate, to watch out for their finances, watch out to what's most important to them, keep that confidentiality. Sometimes that's hard because we just have casual conversations with people. But if they want their situation to be quiet and confidential, then we need to respect that, and to be loyal to them, to really put them above our own needs in many cases. And I think as a team, we do that really well. And we are able to do that in a way that also helps us as an individual, because we can kind of back each other up, knowing that, our clients have needs after hours when we're trying to also be with our families, and working those long days and just meeting their needs on their timeline is really, I think, a great service that we can offer that not every agent can do.
Absolutely, Krystle. Yeah, I know that we really have a lot of conversations in and around what is in the client's best interest. Mm-hmm. And that is really, really where we're heavily focused. And, it's important to us. And I hope that they're able to see that when working with us as well.
Exactly. So, buyers and sellers, those are some of the things that you need to know when you're ready to work with us as a team. But in general, when you're ready to step into that real estate realm for whatever your next move might be. So be aware and be ready to ask questions and jump into the process.
And if you like this content, be sure to click like and follow, and stay tuned for more.